Hey, it's Kathy. Happy Wednesday. Let's do this. We have Blanche Fisher Wright today. And I'm not even waiting to put the reference art up because her bio is like so non-existent. Like, I mean, compared to compared to what we've been doing. It's like there's not a lot here. Hold on one second. Oh, there we go. Okay, I just wanted to check and make sure that we were on. We are. And I'm just going to go in. But first, I just want to say I hope you're having a great morning. Sorry, I'm a little late. I'm getting a little bit better about the cold mornings. It's so cold and it's hard to get up. But I'm getting better. I'm getting better at it. I'm just like I'm in the mode of just like wearing tons of clothes all the time now. So you know how that goes. If you live in the Northeast or anywhere where there's lots of cold. I just burned my eyeballs out with that light. Hold on one second. Is it better without the light maybe? Hold on. Let's see. It's like there's not a lot. Hold on. Excuse the hair today. My hair is like a little wild. I just want to like try and get my camera good. That's fine. Okay. Let's do this. Let me plug my phone in real quick just to make sure that I have juice. And we're going to go. We're going to do this. And we're going to draw that Mother Goose cover because I was thinking like what should we draw, and when I realized that we were doing her today, I was like, okay, this book was so important to my youth. Like it was one of my first books It was one of my first books. I mean, it was very wordy, the Mother Goose book, but the art is very, this book was everywhere. Like, for me, it was just one of those books that encompasses, the books that you read when you were a kid. So, or that are in your memory. Core memory, isn't that what they say these days? Core memory. Yeah, so let's talk about Blanche Fisher Wright, and there's not a lot of information about her. So what I'm doing, so we're just going to draw pretty quickly. We'll start pretty quickly, but I'm going to read a little bit from Google, and then I'm going to read her Wikipedia, which is not, there's like, I already... There's not a lot. There's not a lot there. I did digging, and I came up short. I just couldn't find more information on her. So Blanche Fisher Wright, 1887 to 1971. She was an American children's book author, best known for her iconic work in The Real Mother Goose, published in 1916 by Rand McNally. Her charming and vivid illustrations became the quintessential images associated with many classic nursery rhymes for generations of readers. We had this book. I loved this book. Key details about her life. Blanche Fisher Wright, late Laite, was active as an illustrator in the 1910s. Major work. She is most prominently associated with The Real Mother Goose, a timeless collection of English language nursery rhymes that has been a staple in children's literature since its initial publication. And it's been in It's been in print in several different permutations over the years in terms of like the art. We'll look at a page with all the covers in a minute. Style and impact. Her lively, colorful illustrations played a significant role in the enduring popularity of the real Mother Goose. For many people, her drawings are the default visual representation of these traditional rhymes. Yeah, that's one of those things, right? If you do a book like this and it just becomes such a cultural milestone for kids, you know, the art is just, it is a definition in their mind of Mother Goose, even if they've seen a bunch of other Mother Gooses, because there's a million of them, but this is the one that you remember, because this is the one that's really burned into your memory, because it's the one that we had when you were a kid, and you're just looking through your books, and this is the one that you're staring at. This is just my experience, and obviously lots of other people's too. Other works. Beyond her most famous work, she's also illustrated other books, including the Peter Patter Book of Nursery Rhymes and various readers and storybooks. Readers are little books, often paperback these days. I don't know what they were back then, but that kids use to practice their reading. You know, easy ones, maybe like Dick and Jane type of things. If you remember the Dick and Jane books, maybe you don't. Those are I may have aged myself, but those books were around when I was a kid, but they were very, very old when I was a kid. So they were from like the 50s, but the school I went to had them. So family. She married the actor Charles Late, and they fostered Gordon Late, who also became a children's book illustrator in the 1960s and 1970s. Okay, so I will just show you some of her books. Okay, wait a minute. Not some of her books. I want to show you... Where is the page I'm looking for? This is a page full of all the different designs with the similar art, the same, you know, art on it. So her artwork designed in all different ways for many different versions of this book. You can just see this on Google too. And then let's see. There's a website called, what is it? Hold on a minute, guys. I'll find it for you. I know I have it. I just have to find it. It's in here. Well, it's not in here. It is in here. It was in here. Okay, let's read Blanche Fisher Wright, and then we'll go to... I have the link in the description of the page I want to go to. I wanted to show you the art because I found a page. Oh, actually, you know what I can do? It's right in the... we'll go after Wikipedia. Blanche Fisher Wright Late. We're just going to read this. It's like almost nothing. Just in case we missed anything. Blanche Fisher Wright Late, 1887 to 1971, was an American children's book illustrator active in the 1910s. Same thing, right? She is best known for illustrating The Real Mother Goose, published in 1916 by Rand McNally. Same information about her husband and her child. So there's really like no information about her. And I've looked, I kind of did as much scouring as I was going to do. There was a lot of scouring, and there was a lot of nothing that I found. But I did find this page that has images of her book. So just give me a second for it to load. I already did this part, and I don't know why it's not showing up, but it should be a tab, but I can't find it. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, it's loading. Wait till you see this page. It's got beautiful photos of all of the Mother Goose art. Maybe not all of it, but a lot of it. And if you click in, you can see a larger picture of these. So let's click in. So if you go to this website, you can look at all these. You can look at all of her pictures that she's done here. I really like this cover. I was kind of torn between this cover and the cover and the Mother Goose cover that is up on the screen right now. And I like them both, but I chose the one with the black and white because it's so iconic. That is the cover of the book that I had when I was a kid. And I think it's the most iconic one. I think this book has been put out with many different publishers over the years. The one that I have shown on the screen is, I think, Scholastic, but it's been put out by many different this book has been moved around quite a bit. I don't have information about that. I was just really interested in finding some details about her life, and I just couldn't find anything except for, you know, what I told you. And it was kind of a bummer because I wanted more information about her. I want to know how she came to illustrate this book. I want to know, there's a lot of illustrations here. I want to know a little bit about like the whole, everything. I want to know, and we're not going to know because it's not there. Look at this one with the dunce cap here. Dunce cap clock. But her style is very much similar to the artist that we did yesterday. I mean, I don't want to say similar, but it's like you can tell it's both of a time, of the same time frame. And we can see what the trends were, you know? So it's this kind of the line work, and I love the colors. The colors are beautiful. So, look at that owl. So, yeah, we'll just go in and do the artwork in a minute, but I just want to flip through a few of these just to show you. But all of the links are in the description, so you can go in and go to this website yourself and look at these. And it's nice because they're very high res, I think, or at least they fill out my screen really nicely. I don't know if I can zoom in. I'm not on my computer. On an iPad you can't, but you might be able to on a... But it's beautiful because you can really look closely and see all the different, like the colors that they used. Oh, how this is made up of like a blue and a yellow to make green. It's cool to see like how the printing process, you know. All right, let's get in there. Let's get drawing, shall we? And so, look at this. But these are very inspiring. I mean, you could use this for inspiration and make your own little Christmas card and be like, oh, I like that weird little elf. I'm going to put this weird little elf style in my Christmas card. Get inspired by it. And these little guys with their little Prince Valiant haircuts. Anyway, I could sit here and draw on these all, look on these all day, so we're not going to do that, but let us go to, oh, that was from yesterday. Here's from today. All right, we're going to draw this. We are going to draw this. I'm just going to set up my phone. And get my pad here. I'm going to put this off screen to give me more room here. That is just such an impactful cover. Look at how beautiful that cover is. This was yesterday's piece. We did Albertine Randall Whelan, and I'm gonna stamp her. Yesterday was the 4th, right? Okay. Turn the light up a little bit. I think I'm going to fill my pen because I want to use this pen, and I think it needs some ink. Does it need some ink? Let's see. How are we doing? Hold on a minute. Getting ahead of myself here. Yeah, I think this needs some ink. Hold on. Let me go to my test page, actually. Yeah, let's do it. Let's fill this up. Might as well. We got everything to do it. I don't know whether... It feels like there's probably ink in here, but let's find out. I think there's ink in here. Why does it seem like there's no ink in there? Don't know. I think it's having a hard time coming out or something. Ooh. Okay, this requires my glasses coming off. Hold on. Oh my goodness, come on. There we go. Got it. Got it. Okay. Now let's try this pen out. Sometimes when it's not working, when the ink is not flowing, sometimes I will do this, like that. Ow! To try and get the ink flowing. Let's see, did it work? Okay. Yeah, that works better. I'm gonna do it again. See if that helps. See where we are. All right, so I'm not getting like super juice or anything, but it's good enough. All right, let's do this. Let us do this. We're just going in today, right? We are going in. You know, I usually like to do a huge saga. I like to do a saga of the author. That's kind of what I'm used to. But we're not doing that today. Because we don't have a saga. There is no saga. There's like literally no saga to be had. There might be a saga actually, but we're not privy to it. She's not sharing it with us. The internet is not sharing it with us. And, you know, we're stuck. We're stuck with no saga. I don't even know if this compositional size is correct that I'm just eyeballing here, but we're just going to do this, and then I will move up the top if I need to, because that's what I'll do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just counting the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're just going to do it a different way. We're going to do 6 black here instead of 7, and 5 white, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, that's fine. We're going to end on black. And that's fine. We'll just do like that. We're not getting perfectionist today. Not that I ever get perfectionist or anything, but we're not doing that today because we're just having fun. This is like purely for fun, for like a little visual caffeine, for like a little brain wake up. Because I will tell you, I am like much more talkative when I've drank my coffee before I come on here. And I didn't do that today. But I'm drinking my coffee now. But actually, when I did a ton of research yesterday. And, okay, let me back up. I did a ton of research yesterday, and then I decided to change the artist, okay? So I had a problematic artist planned for yesterday. And I discovered the problematicness, and I decided to switch him out. So here's the deal with... let me put it on the big light. Here's the deal with people in the world. Like, usually, sometimes, not all the time, you're going to come across things about them. You know, public figures, maybe they're not public figures, they're artists. Maybe they're artists, and they are, you're learning about them. I mean, part of the fun is you're like, hey, I want to learn about this person. They don't get enough, you know, visibility. They haven't had enough, promotion in their life, right? People don't know enough about them. They're very influential to me. I want to share these people. You know, so say you have an artist you've found and you're like, you know, this artist is great. I want to share them. I want to talk about them or whatever. Okay. Kind of like what I'm doing. I mean, it's starting with just the overall, like, I want to do this, but it's not necessarily like this particular artist because I'm just learning about all these different artists. Right? So you find out things sometimes about certain artists that you're going to do that doesn't jive with your sensibilities, right? And it's such a, like, subjective thing because it's like I'm going to do artists who do stuff that maybe I'm not into or whatever. But it's like a matter of, for me, it's kind of like the dividing line is, does it hurt other people? Is it, you know, dangerous to a segment of people? Is it, you know what I mean? Is it I'm not going to say the words because I don't want YouTube's algo to dock my video out of submission, out of like people seeing it. But is it racist? Is it sexist? Is it this or that? Or, you know, like, is it, did it harm a group of people or stuff like that? Because, you know, I am going to be doing artists who do controversial stuff, but it's not illegal or, you know, dangerous to other people. So that's a different thing. You know what I mean? That's like a different thing. It's different than being harmful to people. And I was going to do this artist today who is extremely influential, and I was excited to do it because I wanted to learn more about him, and I did learn more about him. I learned a lot of great things about him, but I also learned that he was very anti-Irish people, Irish immigrants, and I'm just like, what? Why? You know? Like, why? Why? And I found out he was like full of hate for that. And you know, that's not right. He was also like a huge support for abolishing slavery and for equality and for civil rights. Yet, he was very, you know, hateful towards a segment of people. And you know, it's like, it's not always easy to like find things like this. I mean, I'm not like seeking out, like looking for like, let me find the controversy. Okay, we have this kid here in the head. I think I actually did the perspective fairly good, except the arm is in the wrong position. So I think I'm going to just kind of do this. So yeah, I just decided to move on and to use one of my alternates. And this happened at the beginning of Inktober too, because I did an artist who is a very, very influential feminist writer. And it turned out that she was a eugenics person, a proponent for that. And I'm like, what? Well, that's not gonna fly here. So, you know, I have my own standards here, right? Of what is acceptable and what is not. And that is just not acceptable to, you know, it's my platform. It's as little and as tiny as it is. I'm not gonna be, you know, promoting people who unfortunately have those viewpoints, or like not only have those viewpoints, but like where there's documentation, right? Because you know, if somebody says, oh, this person, you know, was this or that, you know, how do you know unless you have proof, right? You don't. How do you know unless there's like something in their writing or in their art to show you that? Well, there was for this artist. And I was just like, once I saw that, I mean, I didn't like reading it, but once you see it, there's like, you can't dispute, you know? Because you also do have to be careful. You have to kind of look at and see, is this just somebody who's saying something, you know? Like, is this just not, how do we really know, you know? And that was like did not make me happy, to to see that. So yeah, so you know, if there is another one, if I find that another one of the artists on my list this month are, you know, hateful towards something, even like, and I'm saying this like, even if I don't, like for instance, this artist that I'm talking about that I removed from my list, they were anti-Catholicism and anti-Irish immigrant. And like I'm like a lapsed Catholic, okay? So this is not like, it doesn't have to do with anything like I don't believe in this or whatever. It's like, that's not right. You don't need to be, you know, you don't need to be, you know, although I kind of feel like religion is a little bit different. It's a little, there's a little more subjectivity there. But, you know, I mean, especially it was really I didn't like the anti-immigrant stuff, the anti-Irish immigrant stuff at all. And the pictures were terrible. He did some, because he was a comic book artist, or not a comic book artist. He was a political cartoonist who did a lot of good change. But, you know, it's like, this may be the case, but people... There's like shades, right? There's good, there's bad, and then it's just kind of like, well, where do you draw the line? And I draw the line with like hate, you know, like, is this, are they against a group of people? Are they cruel to people? You know, did they cause harm? You know, and I really didn't like that. I really didn't like that at all. So I'm going to turn the music up a little bit. Where do you draw the line? And okay. Okay, I think that's good. I need to tilt. I need to tilt my iPad a little bit. So I'm going to see if I can, yeah, that works much better. Okay, good. And then how do we want to do this? How about that? I'm just going to make a little stand here. Hey, Megan. You went down a Procreate brush rabbit hole last night. Oh my gosh. Hey, I wanted to ask you, how did your charging go? Did your iPad come back to life? Did you get enough juice yesterday? I want to make sure your iPad's working. Just must check in with that iPad. My iPad seems to hold the juice okay. It's super old. I mean, I keep it plugged in a lot though, so, but I try to make sure I have it juiced up and plugged in when I'm doing my lives, because otherwise I'll lose it. But otherwise it will die and I won't be able to use it, and it will be like beyond. Hey, Megan. Oh, it will be beyond. You went down a rabbit. It will be beyond the ability to charge in time for my stream. Once it's dead, it's like sometimes once it's dead, it's just it needs like hours of recharge time. Did you buy any cool new brushes? Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Here's the final. I haven't erased it, obviously, because I can't erase it right now. It's still wet, but I hope that this was fun to watch. And I will see you tomorrow with our next... Uh-oh. Can't stop. Gotta put the pen down. Put the pen down. Okay. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the next artist on our prompt list. I don't know who they are off the top of my head. I have to go and look, and I'm going to research it so we can be ready to roll tomorrow. So have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye.